It is very important to note that with the freedom of mana generation, aka there's a lot of dual lands that can enter the battlefield untapped and generate 2 colors. There's a lot of other land that can also enter the battlefield conditionally untapped and generate mana of 2 colors. Because there are 2 of these, 1 for each color pairing in Magic the Gathering, a lot of 3-color decks are now viable. But if you're running a 3-color deck, like let me actually just go here to this Esper control list, which, by the way, I hate. You'll see here that there is 1 island, 1 swamp, and then all fancy lands. There's even lands like Karn's Bastion that has Proliferate. And with the existence of Planeswalkers, people are trying to sneak in these types of special fancy lands into their deck. With the existence of so many 3-color decks, Field of Ruin only lets each player search their library for a basic land card and dump it onto the battlefield. So as a result, the opponent generally, if they're doing a 3-color deck, generally does not have the ability to peel out more basic land. And so Field of Ruin just becomes destroy target land. You also have Assassin's Trophy that says destroy target permanent. They can search their library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield. Assassin's Trophy can often just be destroy a land for 2 mana. And then we have Casualties of War that actually literally does do destroy target land. Now, I want to take a moment before I talk more about this deck to give a warm thanks and a LeMayo to Vwem. Vwem just gifted 25 subs, has now gifted a total of 400 subs in this channel. And then Vwem spammed a bunch of the 5 emotes in celebration, and our auto-moderator bot instantly banned him. Don't worry, it's just a 5-second ban. But I love that. I love it's like, hey, stop spamming, you bastard. Because the bot has not been programmed to understand economic transactions. But dude, that is a remarkable amount of generosity. Vwem is often here dropping 5 a day. We've had several significant drops of gifted subs. Not, who's a lovely and dear man, who, again, none of you have any need to provide any of these gifted subs, which is so generous. Seraphic Soul with 20 this morning when I wasn't even live yet. The generosity. It both knows no bounds, and I hope that I perform well as an entertainer today to satiate your charitable needs. This is just such a delightful deck to do it with. Oh my god, we got Left Shark in the chat. Love to see it. Love to see it. And it's the Bez with the 5-month Subaroni new. Woo! But yeah, I'm really enjoying this deck because the Explore and Ramp package that exists in green, specifically Llanowar Elves, Merfolk Branchwalkers, Jadelight Rangers, Wildgrowth Walkers, even a pair of Paradise Druids. In terms of total slots, it's not actually that many. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. So it's 18 of the typically around 30 plus spells. So there's a lot of leftover room to do a plan with green. And this deck's leftover plans, of course, some land blow up and just flexible removal, some land blow up and flexible removal, and then just some of the greats: Carnage Tyrants, Vivien Reid, and then some simple removal: Ravenous Chupacabra, Vraska, Golgari Queen, Massacre Girl, Nissa. Really enjoying playing this deck. Also in the sideboard we have some control hate, some anti-aggro tools. We have some Planeswalker hate. We have the, I like to think of this as cheaper Vraska's Contempt. Thrashing Brontodon as just another good anti-aggro flexible tool. Crucible of the Worlds is an anti-control response. Nissa, who shakes the world, anti-control response. Same deck list as yesterday. Gosh darn lootly. All the extensions should be up and running. It seems okay. Vraska Golgari Queen really helps us answer a number of significant threats. Go ahead and play the Woodland Cemetery first. We're not doing anything with our mana, so we may as well play the dual land. So we see one island. Typically an island is indicative of Izzet. Could be mono blue, but we don't see a lot of mono blue. This is a little weird to see hard Simic. So basically, if you see a basic land, more often than not, it is a 2-color or 1-color deck. And so when I see the island, I'm thinking, what are the 2-color decks that have blue? Could be this Simic Yoink deck that is green-blue and has a lot of snatch your shit type cards. Let's library this and library this. Because I'm going to do a second Wildgrowth, shock in the Overgrown Tomb, and bonk on in. Not expecting Simic Nexus. I'm not Alano. There's just not been too much Simic Nexus that I've been playing this lately. It's like Muffin says, I find myself not using Little Vraska very often because I find her +2 ability to not be worth it. You can +2 and submit 0, to be clear. You don't actually have any obligation to sack something. Fuck out of here. Opt plays games. This is a very weird one to see Callous Dismissal, but I'm 90% certain after seeing the Callous Dismissal that it is Simic Nexus, and what do you know, Joe? Okay, so here is what we be going to do. Charge counters here are a little bit obnoxious. Yeah, you know, I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to sacrifice this to blow this up. Just immediately. Let's go ahead and put the forest out. I just don't want to get all my shit blown up by the blast zone. This is a substantial amount of pressure from Lil D Bandit. I would expect chumping the 4-3 with the 1-1, or just playing Root Snare right now. That is a fine outcome. It's especially fine because we get to immediately replay it. Let's grave it. I'm quite excited, actually, for next turn, where I'm going to likely be able to Casualties of War. Does this... I can't remember how many counters Simic Nexus runs, so I'm just going to look at the list really quickly.
The moon looks
It's me, Tamio!
and fine.
I think it might run 0. I think it actually doesn't run any. Ah, that's right, it's Lazotep plating. Fuck. Well, I mean, I may as well destroy a Planeswalker, a land, an enchantment, and a creature. Lazotep plating gives everything hexproof, which could just absolutely wreck us, but, you know, feels good if we don't do it. There's the 5 for 1. We killed 4 things and our opponent. Killed 4 things and our opponent. Does it run other ones? MTG Goldfish. I really like MTG Goldfish, like, a lot. Looks like the core list doesn't, I think. Checking out some other B nexuses. Yeah, it looks like there's no counters in the main. In the side, it looks like there's some spell pierces on the side. All right, let's see here. How do we nuke a thing as fast as possible? Well, so our land blow up is not going to be as powerful in this matchup. So Massacre Girl, Ravenous Chupacabra does not feel as significant. I think we might even take out the Vivien Reid. We're going to bring in the Duresses. Definitely. Definitely. I'm going to get our Brontodons in. You know, I actually don't think I want Nissa who shakes the world. Probably trim a Paradise Druid. You know, Elder Spells are an option. But I think I actually am more interested in just keeping the tempo up. Carnage Tyrant I kind of like. Carnage Tyrant's pretty darn good. You mean Palaka's in, right? Oh, I do. Let me actually look at Bant Nexus and think, what would my opponent want to put in? Probably Biogenic Oozes, which is fine. I already have the Assassin's Trophy in there. This is not a good hand, so we're going to mulligan it. We can cast nothing on turn 1. Cuff says, for sure it's good. I'd just be worried about getting out the Carnage T, then never being able to attack because of the infinite turns. That's a fair concern. I think that my argument in favor of keeping the Carnage Tyrants in this specific deck is that we have 4 Llanowar Elves, a Paradise Druid, and there's another Ramper. I guess we did take out Vivien. Even the 4 Llanowar Elves alone means that I feel like I'm going to have the consistency that I wish to have. I'm going to grave it. A lot of these decks looks like it runs 12 basic lands. 12, 11, like 6 islands. Or some such. Oh, Lurin 5450 says, hey, Day9 and Ghoststalker 88 plus everyone else. Thanks for the encouragement the last few weeks. I went from struggling in school to now having a job driving a Class A truck. I'm waiting for my first assignment as we speak. I'm very excited. Hell yeah! Well, I mean, if you are going to be driving a Class A truck, I strongly recommend checking out an excellent subreddit /r/truckercats. Paste it over here. Trucker cats are cats that live on the road with their... I'm gonna go ahead and blow it up immediately. Opponent's gonna get a land out of it, which arguably is bad, but I think the Wilderness Reclamation is a fairly important card to get out.
Would you like to see
Sean just knows that Trucker subreddit. I have a lot of subreddit knowledge about things that are fucking cat related. What can I say? I'm gonna get the Thrashing Brontodon. So this is going to be relatively difficult for Little D Bandit to ever get an enchantment out that can do anything to us. Thrill GG says, I'd like to extend my thanks to the Day Night community as well for being a source of good in between and after some medical things that happened to me. I'm so happy to hear that. I want this place to be a comfy spot to hang out on the internet. Just a comfy, relaxing locale. I'm sorry, let me move these empty mugs. There you go, Desper. You can always... There's my girl. Alright, well, I mean, this is getting nuked immediately. This could get Lazatep platinged. We're going to see what our opponent does.
This is not... I've seen worse.
Great. Hope your neck's feeling better. It is. It is. I went on a run afterwards. After the show yesterday, and that helped a lot. Went on a run, then did some stretches, and jammed my back against the point of the intersection of a pillar. Hi, sweetie. Felt really nice. Did some stretches. Dude, I was running fast. I was on the treadmill. The treadmill broke when I was running on it. So, just running as fast as I could. Does the red pink glow mean it can't be countered? Yes, and also that it has a sweet flavor when you bite into it. Hi, Dispy. Hi. Meow, meow. So, Ross, good afternoon, day 9. I spent all day playing Minion Masters because your streamed game is a lot of fun. Diff, it is fucking quite a bit of fun, I will admit. Hi, Dispy. Yeah, uh-oh. I'm sorry. Did you want the lap? Are we in the mood for the lap? Oh my god, this little cat is so sweet. Yeah, we're not playing red or blue today. White or blue? I can handle that. The Minion Master is just, like, fucking very fun. And, again, I was given a bunch of free shit with Minion Masters, and I consumed a grand total of $26 of stuff. And was able to easily play... I mean, I could have easily played by putting in no money in the 5 hours that I streamed it. This is a fine hand. Guys, this is Despy. This is the Twitch Prime Cat. She's been branded with the powers of capitalism to show up and suggest to everyone that they connect their Amazon Prime to Twitch. Amazon Prime already gives a bunch of great free benefits, like free movies and free 2-day shipping. And it can also give you access to one free subscription to the content creator of your choice every month. Mr. Writhers? No, that's not Mr. Writhers, it's Mr. Withers. Sorry, I saw an R that wasn't there. It's a problem with pirating. Hi. Let's see. So this is a stomping ground. Plausibly against Grul. Look how Dav Yokov, Wonderwolfens, Twitch priming it up. That's because of you, Despers. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. It looks like a mono green splashing for red. For God knows what reason. So we're definitely going to enter this pupper tap and play this. Yeah, Zora says, hey, Dina, no matter how bad a day I have, I can always guarantee watching your stream and speaking with everyone here cheers me. That is so great. That's as great as Despy the cat. Bum, dum, 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 dum. Boom. Where are we going? Where are we going? That's my lunch. You're not gonna go there. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, so I'm gonna play Jadelight Ranger. I'm gonna do something slightly weird. I'm gonna library graveyard it. And I'm gonna play the Field of Ruin. And just go ahead and play Jadelight. C'est parfait. Because now I can just block the Nullhide Ferox. Well, that is a pain in the butt. We don't really have any good attacks, but I think that we Just wait for that large Phoenician. Start swinging in. And we just work around it. It's like if the Phoenix swings here, I just send in the team, right? I think I'm in the mood to look for answers. Library. Can't use my Field of Ruin, which kind of stinks. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you being a good cat? Yep. 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 That's Dad's mouth. This cat is purring so hard. Yes, I love you diagonally. I love you diagonally, sweetheart. Dispy. So cute. Bum bum ba-dum. Alright, put you down, because Dad wants to kill. I find Gruul to be relatively rough to play against with this deck. I mean, that little meow, that like... Oh. Alright, this is a bad exchange for our opponent. Because he's just getting Vigilance. So we're going to go ahead and pass to the blocking phase. We're going to kill the big boy with the small boy. With the small boy, and... I like this. I think this is the good blocks. Opponent's all tapped out. We're going to take 8, which is not a problem. Alright, so we're going to go to our turn. We actually have quite a few options. Well, if we draw one land with this Jadelight Ranger, then that's a very good outcome for us. I think I should graveyard this and just try to get that land. Let's go ahead and library that. That's quite a good card. Still have our Carnage friend in hand. Sitting calmly at 21. So I'm going to just hit it with the no attacko. Dallas Sooner 87. Dallas Sooner from 80 Heaven. Hanging out, rocking about for a 61-month anniversary. I will now eat a banana in your honor. God. As always, we remove the entire peel from the banana. That's a really shitty attack. I mean, you know it was coming. This is a rough attack to deal with. I know that's what you sub for. Alright. I'm gonna eliminate Massacre Girl. You know, I actually don't like Nissa that much in this matchup. She feels awkward as all hell, man. We'll definitely want that Nixilis' Cruelty. We'll definitely want a pair of cast downs. Casualties of War, I think, is the cutteroni here. Point Classic says, the fuck am I watching? You're watching the birth of a banana, but played in reverse. Looks good. That's where bananas come from. Yeah, you like that? I'm also eating some chicken.
Be careful. They can only punish you if they catch
Don't play a pelt collector. This is probably a misplay. This is probably a misplay. We probably just shouldn't have played that. Probably should have played the other dude, because now we're going to get a huge thing to come down and to fight our wild growther.
That's the sound of a stampede coming straight at you.
I just want to quit. I was trying to drag this out and I whiffed.
We won't answer our kids.
I think I just concede here. I'm just gonna get out. Just gonna give up. Just going to give up. Okay. We just need to make sure we have enough murdling. I think I'm actually okay. I think I'm actually okay, especially because I'm on the play. Maybe I should be adding the Moment of Cravings. I'm trying not to trim too much from the high end. Turn 1 elf it's tough. Alright, who here likes Wildgrowth Walking? That's good. What I want is my opponent to not be building out the board. Playing Paradise Druid, because if we don't draw a land next turn, this will give me the ability to do Cast Down and a Wildgrowth Walker.
I bow to no one.
I'm just doing this.
I'll be back
I'm just
after
doing
I
this.
lick my wounds. You'll see.
Now, big god dude we can just nuke with a Cast Down, which is fine. This is fine. Not exactly winning yet. Vivien Reid will be very, very, very just delightful to play. Okay. No. I'm really wondering if I should be including the moments of craving. I think not. Because I think the way that I beat this opponent is by running my opponent out of cards in hand. So I think the Assassin's Trophy sits very well in that regard. Bing bong. Okay. Alright, so now we actually, we can't block the Steel Leaf Champion, which sucks, but we can block the Gruul Spellbreaker. So if I double block this, there can be a Collision Colossus played. If I do like this and like this, Collision Colossus is a blowout, but if I also block with this Paradise Druid that I don't care terrifically much about, a Collision Colossus doesn't do anything. Alright, sweet. Still kill it. So then I can, like, Vivien for, like, a Wildgrowth Walker, which... Or not a Wildgrowth Walker, a Jadelight Ranger.
Let's see if you're worthy.
Yeah, I'll get one of these. That seems good. I mean, this is slightly concerning because our opponent has a Steel Leaf. This one card in hand could be the Death Toucher, or, like, a Collision Colossuser. This is fine. I think we got it. I think we got it. Pel Collector definitely goes down. Zoinks.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Ooh! And that's the game, my friends. That is the game. Yeah, trading... Offering the 3-for-1 trade a few turns back was very, very good. That's a super good thing to do, because we have lots of ways to generate extra cards, and our opponent does not. What our opponent needs is big, spiky creatures to stick to the battlefield, and win with them in that way. So if I can remove those, while not disabling my long-term plan, we're going to win as the game goes on. Three for two because the opponent spent Colossus. That's correct, that's what happened eventually, but I was talking about the offer. I offered my opponent a 3-for-1. But it's also, because it was a 2-1, a 2-1, and a 2-2. What the fuck is that noise? It's driving me insane. Closing the entire client. Not going to put up with it. Yeah, I had a 2-1, a 2-1, and a 2-2. So I offered that 3-for-1. It's technically not a 3-for-1 exactly, due to the fact that my Ravenous Chupacabra killed a creature, and I was trading with the Ravenous Chupacabra, and the Merfolk Branchwalker had drawn a land. So there were also aspects to those cards that had already provided value. So it's not a literal 3-for-1, but... Gabriel Bellou. Sure. Maybe it's actually correct to go for the Rampus Bampus. But I felt a little uncomfortable doing that. Kind of want to just start playing things. So we don't care terrifically much about this. We can eliminate these threats. We can eventually get a Carnage Tyrant out. It's very good. Take a little pain next turn, which is fine. See no reason not to. It's like, find. Opponent did not draw the best. Kill one of these and just keep building a distribute board. I actually think that's extremely good in this position. I guess I have to be marginally concerned about a Massacre Girl, because I think this is one of those Command the Dreadhorde decks. Vivien Reid's nice in those. Try to get a land out of this.
Come to me.
Farts. Oh, you know, whatever. Just gonna get the Field of Ruin. Maybe that was a little too greedy to go for the Assassin's Creed play. Assassin's Creed. The Assassin's Trophy play, excuse me. It's the Assassin's Creed play. I have to do some severe chumping, man. Could also not block it at all. Get some better blocks next turn. There's very unlikely to be any burn in this deck. Oh shit.
You could learn in 1,000 lifetimes.
Oh fuck.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Probably got a plus here.
The wilds are my shield.
This just didn't help us. Not even a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Probably this, so I can do the two things, huh? Now, why would you tap that way? Now, I think I just outright lose no matter what. Because it'd be 1, 2, 3. So I'd chump here. Yeah. Alright. Oopsie dipsy. Alright. What do I need to do? I think these Carnage Tyrants are the ones I want to get on out. Massacre Girl doesn't seem especially helpful. I think I do like this cast down and this Nixilis' Cruelty quite a wee bit. Get a more nuke your stuff kind of playing going. You show us how to change basic land art. I don't actually know Zelda Master. Elderspell. I think Elderspell's a bit of a trap in this matchup. Because my opponent is not like a Planeswalker heavy, Planeswalker reliant deck. Excuse me. Yeah, my opponent is not actually a Planeswalker reliant deck. The Planeswalkers support the creatures that build the board. So it's more important that I have creature removal and things like that that focus on the full game plan, less Elderspell that, like, if Elderspell's in my hand, for instance, anytime I see a cast down or an Nixilis' Cruelty, these would be the cards that maybe could have been an Elderspell. So a way for us to evaluate is whether or not this would look better than the alternatives. I'm going to go ahead and keep this because next turn I'm 99% playing a Jadelight Ranger. See, right now I have a lot of candidates for this Nixilis' Cruelty. Let me put Vraska in the graveyard because I want to make sure that I continue to hit lands. I am going to offer this trade, which, frankly, I mean, it is a larger thing for a smaller thing, but I'm exchanging a 2/2 from a 2, or a 2/2 for a 2/2. All right, Gabriel Baloo. So I'm not exactly eager to Nixilis' Cruelty, my opponent's... Oh, no, it's not Nixilis. Ravenous Chupacabra, my opponent's Ravenous Chupacabra. Feels a little bit wasteful, so I'm just gonna play towards Vivien. Ah, sweet wholesome water. Alright, I am invested in this game. Nissa, who shook my booty. Now that is a good target to nuke.
Behold, nature's true power.
This is probably going to swingo dingo. I'm going to go ahead and pass that. Oh, cool. I love this trade. Okay. I'm absolutely going to Nixilis. This thing. This is why I like this Assassin's Trophy. It's so flexible for dealing with some of these decks that have Planeswalkers that function more as a supporting role. Because then I can, like, Paradise Druid, Ravenous Chupacabra, or I can just Vivien. I know it's Vivien, but I like to pronounce things the way I like to pronounce things. I don't care what these official pronunciations are. Bleh. I'm not some square that pronounces things the way the dictionary suggests. Ugh. I am not a noob. Okay, so if I played Nissa... Yeah, I like this. Because what I can do is I can... do this, I can tap this for black, and then I can untap it and tap it for black, right? Tap it for black. Pump this Lando up, untap it, tap it for black, and then play the Chupacabra to ravenously poop upon this Hydroid Crazy Pal. Oh, it feels so good and so powerful because I feel good and I feel powerful. Dang it, I ran after yesterday's show. I rickety ran. Take action. I think we pretty much always want to get the forest. I ran afterwards. How far did I run? Ran 2 miles. I ran 2 miles in the morning, and then 2 miles in the evening on Monday, and then yesterday 2 miles in the morning and 2 miles in the evening. No one even knows how many miles that is. And I broke a treadmill. That's really the cool part. I broke a treadmill. Look at that treadmill. Did the run help with your grumps? A little bit. I was just a complete, utter grumpadoodle-doo for most of the day yesterday. What was a grumpadoodle-doo?
You wild animals I like. People, not so much.
Have I played my land this turn yet? I have. That's maybe the worst way to answer that question, is just to pick the land and look at it. Yeah, I typically don't use the treadmill. I typically use the elliptical. I love the elliptical. It helps me connect with my Sonic the Hedgehog. My inner Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as my personal proprietary Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, you can really move. Sonic. He's got an attitude. Sonic. He's the fastest thing alive. Do you guys know the song that I'm singing, that I'm talking about, that I'm rocking out with right here? Alright.
Sometimes rest.
Ooh.
Not dead yet.
So we're gonna do the test. We're gonna do some land blow up, and we're gonna ask you, how many basic lands do you have, Gabriel Baloo? Why, I think, you know what, I'm just gonna get a swamp for recreational purposes. Oh my god. Someone's running a little bit low on Lando Calrissians. Yeah, dude, let me tell you, like that was the Saturday morning Sonic the Cartoon theme song from when I was a wee child. And it was dark, man. Like, Dr. Robotnik would, like, capture animals and, like, torture them. And I remember, like, just being up at, like, 7 a.m. My mom would be asleep from working all week. And just be like...
I'm not losing everything.
Congrats on being cast to play Sonic in the new movie. Yeah. Yeah, the community at large took a look at me and they were like, not him, please. And I was like, oh. Alright, I think I shall Merfolk Branchwalker first to see what we can get. To the grave with you. Because we're not going to be able to draw it this turn. When we peak with Vivien, we want to get something good. We want to get some meat. Alright, well this just sucks a whole bunch of butt. Sonic. He can really move. Sonic. He's got an attitude. I think I may have screwed up with my deck building. My deck building dong.
I'll be back, just like before.
Alright, our land blow-up deck has just turned into a land fill-up deck. Yeah, dude, you guys know that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic is actually, like, far, far grittier than the children's television series would let on. Has anyone read the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic books? I don't feel a wind coming on. The thing was brutal? Yes. Oh, it is time for the Casualties of War. I will destroy a land and a creature. This creature. That land. Yeah, I'll kill this green-blue guy. Fight. Oh, to wait a turn.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Ay. You know, maybe I do keep the Massacre Girl. Not mulliganing correctly. This is like a Sultai deck that's incorporating Nissa and Ugin. So it's like still a build the board, beat the face kind of deckaroo. And I think yeah, I'm DED dead. Well played, Gabriel Baloo. Gabriel Baloo actually like proper destroyed us. Sunk the knuckles into our teeth. Ugh. Not your knuckles, Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel, no. Oh, this is a good one. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Oh my god. Okay, speaking of children's media that was like way more real than one would think possible. Who here has watched Batman the Animated Series? Goodbye, my friend. Batman the Animated Series is spectacular. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Dude, the arc in Feet of Clay. Feet of Clay Part 1 and Feet of Clay Part 2 are just stunning. There was this other episode where it was 3 people from the police department telling different versions of seeing Batman and encountering him, and it was just fascinating. Dude, Clayface is just like my favorite villain from that entire series. Oh my god, Beat of Clay is just such an amazing pair of episodes. It's fascinating because, like, in the animated series, like, Bruce Wayne is not exactly the main character in a lot of the episodes. It really sort of straddles the line between, like, yes, it's about Batman. Batman is in every episode, but a lot of the episodes are about other people and other characters. Fuck is going on here? Why would you remove a Ravenous Chupacabra? Unless this is a 3-color deck that is trying to be more aggressive. Thought Erasure to remove the removal spell would be a very weird thing to do as an Esper control deck. Were this an Esper control deck, we would have seen Vivien or Carnage Tyrant removed. Ravenous Chupacabra would be utterly irrelevant in those circumstances. Oh my god, who here has seen... God, I still go back and rewatch this, even though the CGI kind of absolutely sucks, in terms of, like, you know, fidelity and polygon count, but it's still just magical and imaginative. Who here has seen Beyond the Mind's Eye? Oh, somebody lost their land. Somebody lost their land again. This one. Beyond the Mind's Eye. Yan Yu does not know what to Yan do. Did I miscount my land? Because remember, 1, 2, 3, and then a 4, and then we have 5. No, I'm good. Beyond the Mind's Eye is this abstract art CGI movie where it's basically a bunch of little abstract vignettes with sick music. Sick fucking music. Get it in high definition. I think Yan Yu might be on his way out the door. Might be on his or her way out the door. I gotta be more responsible about using the wider spread of he, she, and they for opponents. Oh, the double blow up. Jan Hammer was the composer. Have you seen all their films? I've seen 3 of the 4, but Beyond the Mind's Eye is one that I've watched probably like 15, 20 times. And when I say it's abstract, I mean like it's literal abstract art in motion. I don't mean like, oh, it's a little kind of weird and unusual. I mean, it's like actual proper, like, proper funky. Woodburgis' abstract films like The Fountain and Annihilation go over my head. I liked Annihilation a lot. The Fountain, I was like, alright. You know, it's like whatever. It could be, it could also not be. I mean, who knows? So we see some red, we see some white, we see some blue. So we conclude that it is thusly the Planeswalker Super Friends deck. I'm Dovin! So this is a deck against which we would wish to run out the Elderspell. I think a Graveyard will be good on that one. Annihilation was a weird-ass little story. And for me, Annihilation felt very much like Cosmic Horror.
You're doing me a
Whole lot of bunch of elements of what is the unknown? What is the unknown even? So if I played Field of Ruin, tap, tap, and then this would die, and then this would come back, that's not good enough for me. How do I do it even? I'm actually going to use a timeout here. Ay, 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 ay. This little guy's such a dick. You know, I really, really don't know. You know, this looks a little weird, but I'm actually just going to very simply play this and +1 it.
Beasts are much more reliable than humans.
I guess land. Because, I mean, that's going to become a very large, chompy artifacty. If we play Vivien and blow up the 3-3, then we've killed the 3-3 and the 2 flying 1/1s will just kill Vivien, and that's not that interesting, right? In this way, we actually have a little bit of defense to be able to keep Vivien up, to be able to then do something more interesting and more useful. Holy shit.
I will call the dragons.
This is looking a little bit deathish. This is why I spent so long on the turn, because it's like, do I use the Assassin's Trophy and just begin bonking in?
There are greater
I've seen worse.
The dragon does not lose.
I'll make use of that later.
I think we're going to give him an opt here. I believe that we will provide our opponent with an opt.
Together, we'll create great things, you and I.
These contraptions have their uses.
This is a risk I'm willing to take. If my opponent has 2 1-mana spells, we get absolutely fucking owned. We know our opponent has 1 1-mana spell. Because casting the 1-mana spell will do some good old summoning action for the opt. Fucking hell. You know, I'm just going to concede. Massacre Girl is useless. Vraska, Golgari Queen, is very good in this matchup because she can nuke some of those sweet old lasses. We definitely want the Elderspells in here. What are the other ones that I want? Do I want a Duress? Probably. I think we actually cut the Wildgrowth Walkers and replace them with the Duresses. I think it's debatable about the Ravenous Chupacabras, but I think it's more important to just ramp up and shut down, right? I think this is correct. I think this is correct. Yeah, like, it's a lot of our cards will have uses in almost all circumstances. I'm trying to have a cohesive, efficient, just fucking shit on a shit game plan. So, for instance, for the Massacre Girl to be useful, which would be have a whole bunch of tokens and stuff out like that, our opponent isn't going to get a whole bunch of tokens out a huge percentage of the time. They're going to get it out some of the time. And for that reason, I'd be less interested to have the Massacre Girl in there. Rather, what I'd wish to do is to Duress to remove some of those artifact-generating threats, because if they have artifact-generating threats, I can remove those. If they have not artifact-generating threats, but have, like, Sarkhan, I can remove that too. So Duress is almost always good. It's actually extremely rare for Duress to be bad. Nissa, extremely rare for her to be bad. She can just summon things that can haste and bonk the enemy super friends right away. Things like this help me have a little bit more of a proactive game plan, which I like. Fuck. Do I keep this stupid-looking hand? I think no. I think this hand doesn't do enough actively. Like, it's the correct distribution of Fangs. This is a much better hand. Great. Yeah. I'm keeping it. Chance of Mickey Mouse ever returning. We're shooting for fall time. We're shooting for Halloween 2019. I'm the Shaz says, okay, Sumail just played mid-bristleback. Looks like I'm going to go home and try out mid-bristleback. What did he do? Look at that horse. What did the man with the plan do? I'm not playing this because it's very common for this deck to have Deafening Clarions as a way to deal with early boards. So we're going to see what Mirage 88 does first. I don't have anything I'm ramping to with the Elves, and right now we have a land destruction toolkit at our disposal. What I'd rather have is my opponent go land Deafening Clarion. Something like this, and then I would not lose all my shit. Cool. I'd rather have my opponent go land Deafening Clarion than I can blow up the red source, or go land Planeswalker, which I would then Assassin's Trophy. But now I think that this opens up this line of play, which I think is very strong. Okay, cool. All right, so I am the Shaz. Tell me what the heck is going on with this shit. Bottle... Graveyard. If our opponent misses a land here, I expect a concession. Rants. This is a better card. GG Boots. I don't know what GG Boots are. Pipe Shiva's Ags by the end of the game. Oh, Ags by the end of the game too. Didn't they change Bristle Boy's Ags? Where did my pen go? I've been knocking shit all over. Alright. Prison Realm. This is... okay. I'm getting a little tired of playing flooding. Oh, Guardian Greaves. I see.
I'm known for my excellent fighting. I've got time.
I mean, frankly, I'm grateful that we are
If you're up for round 2.
getting through all the land.
Let's slow this down.
You want to keep bouncing that, that's fine. Nissa, who shakes the world, can help us. Oh, baby, that's a good one. God, that's gotta be annoying.
That's how it was meant to happen.
Got it. Yeah, let me move this. What am I doing having food on my desk when it could be nice spots for you to lie down? What is the matter with me, Despy? Look at this nice big open area now. And you know what? Let me... God, I have like so many dishes over here. I should just get rid of these, man. Behind the back move. One of the funny things about Bristleback is there's the defensive Bristleback style, but then there's also just the, like, run-at-you Bristleback style. Let's actually take a peek at this. Let me go to wiki.teamliquid.net. The greatest website on the internet, for any of you who didn't know, is Liquipedia. It is the esports and gaming wiki operated by Team Liquid, who, as you might imagine, is the greatest website ever. I think that this is sufficiently good. Doesn't do terrifically much, but... Let's get that red land out. This Turbo Dota, the Track Dota site is real
I
fucking
have
weird.
practiced against meditate and prepare.
Great.
I have just the trick for this.
So it went plus 20 movement speed, which is tight. Swear to God, this is like so fucking difficult to parse how this website functions, man.
I have reached.
Our
my
opponent only has a single basic land in the deck, that's correct. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Dota, or Wikipedia, and just look at this series. Alright, and then 2 on Dota buff, perfect. Now I can actually look at this shit. So we went Quill Spray, Viscous nasal goo, quill spray, and then bristleback. Ah, I see. Tight, tight, tight. Tight, 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 tight. Spell pierce to your heart's content, my friend. Spell pierce to your heart's content. Kind of an interesting one. Incidentally, we have the hand to beat it.
I will fight for my friends.
Have a Karn, dude. What, land one time? One time has been answered. Spell pierce. Super fine. Super grand.
You may regret that choice.
Alright, Carnage Tyrant, boom. Rawr, rawr. Probably should begin bopping. Alright, sweet, man. I guess I'm just going to be somebody who goes mid-bristleback, you know what I'm saying? Dude, patch 7.2.2 has been so good. I love it so much.
What was lost is now returned.
Act with thoughtfulness before action.
Got it. Boom, there it is. I'm gonna wait for like just one more Planeswalker to come on out. Or am I? Perfect. I'm just gonna bonk this. We expect that the Tocatli will likely self-count. Nope.
There is always
Perfect.
another fight.
Yep, this is the lap. This is the lap that you've been waiting for.
Open mind.
Perfect. Super perfect. Super duper perfect. Hey, what you chewing on, sweetie pie? This is going to be excellent if we can just Vivien Reid. It's a mobilized district. I mean, the ability to ult on the very first turn. Spec-ass-tacula.
Evil must not be tolerated.
Evil must not be tolerated. Great, you got it.
Interesting creature. Let's see how you work.
Hi. What do you know?
I didn't live through hell to lose to you.
What a good cat. This getting countered. It's fine. This getting countered. This is fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but, you know, we'll live. You know what's interesting?
Now we're getting
That
started.
doesn't do it. Despy? Despy, 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 get off the fucking space bar, dude.
Brains hit harder.
Come on. Come on, move. Come on, get up. No, hiss back at you. Get up. God damn. Dude, this cat was literally straight up going to ruin
Balance comes.
everything. Yeah, I'll think a little Woodland Cemetery. Action is passable right now. Yes, we're saying, hey, you gonna be good now? All right, you're purring. You're such a like an unthreatening little hissing cat. She always hisses like, heh. Then she comes over, rubs her face against you. It's a good life.
You will feel the lick of my flames. Behold!
Hey, what are you chewing on? Those are my magic cards. This cat is she just wants to be invested. She's like, I want to play Magic too. I learned that this is why cats just get all up in your shit and sit on your papers and chew on your cords, because they just want to hang out.
You have to do better than that.
Oh. Hey. Kitten. My smitten darling kitten. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I wish to kill this.
Draw, and not bad for a mouse.
Should have done that first.
Watch this!
So my opponent can just chump with the whole board,
Impossible!
and then it doesn't even matter. Well, Snuggly Sadist, I was so curious how last night went. Snuggly Sadist was talking about just kind of feeling like, you know, funk and kind of, not feeling that good about things. And we advise is real simple. Talked about it for a long time, was getting out of slumps, getting out of sort of mental rut situation. One of the things we talked about was like, hey, if you're feeling kind of blue, you can always just like go straight up to a restaurant by yourself and chill and just be around people and enjoy the company of human beings. Stoneway City says, thanks for the advice last night. I went to a restaurant, put the phone down, and was just surrounded by other people.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
This is so sad. This is so sad. Right, we just kill the Karn.
I will be better.
We're gonna lose our darling Vivien, but you know, what are you gonna do? This is being surrounded by people and paying attention. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but it helped with the slump.
Not again.
So happy. So happy to hear that. Alright. Let's do some face work. Oh, that's a real shitty one.
Mind and behold your prowess.
That's the shittiest one of them all. So now there's only one way to win, which is to draw Casualties of War. I think that's right. I think it's the only way to actually get that W. I certainly can't think of any others. Vivien helps like a small bit. Yeah, that's dead. That stunk a little bit. I think maybe... I was pretty happy with our sideboarding plan. But maybe what we needed to do was be a little more cautious with our Assassin's Trophies. I was pretty happy with how I did. I think the not mulliganing was the biggest issue. This is a good hand. Sweetheart, I'm going to scoot you a little bit. There you go. Yeah, I know you're pretty mad about that, because you like pushing on my hand when I play. We can't allow that right now. That hand is off limits. Because that's the mouse hand. And you make my fingers tired. Oh, dude, this is our specialty. Is battling against exactly this kind of deck. That's our specialty. That's a really good way to lie down. I really appreciate your lying down like that, sweetheart. Oh, please tell me there's nothing coming down. That would absolutely tickle me. Damn. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Sorin, Vengeful Bloodhard. So what's the plan right now? I think that I think that we will surmise that Starly is on the hunt for some Landos. Maybe not. So let's do this to nuke that guy. That one out of there. There we go. Well, I mean, we're going to have to ask for a forest here. See if Starly TV actually has any. Because this is a 4-color deck, so I think that it's really light on the...
Your demise won't be quick. Okay, don't be surprised if we meet again.
I don't really know why our opponent would just chuck a little Growth Walker away, but, you know, what are you going to do? Let's get the blue one gone. Alright, cool. So our opponent has no more basic lands. This is very nice to see. Oh, let's graveyard this. Let's graveyard this. I think we just super duper trade. I mean, I'd ideally like this to get off, but, you know, whatever.
Everyone is expendable. Except me.
Okay. Does bode well for our plan. Oh, Despy. I blame you, my darling kitten.
The shadows.
She'll never draw again. No, I want to go ahead and keep the Paradise Druid alive, because if Command the Dreadhorde gets cast at some point, having Massacre Girl be able to proc on Paradise Druid, but now letting it be able to proc on the Llanowar Elf is super, super, duper, duper. Nice, nice, nice. So nice and spicy. Now we're going to blow this up. No red lines, feels good. Let's get this nice, juicy little forest down. Feels positive, feels positive. I'll happily trade 7 damage for 3. Need it. I'm just gonna nuke lands. Doesn't really seem like a reason not to do it. And I am going to start trading the Paradise Druid here. I'm going to use my Llanowar Elf as a proc for the Massacre Girl, should that occur.
Right on schedule.
Alright, who are you wishing? Bounce back, huh? I think I just do this. The fact that it prevents instant sorceries from being cast does not really matter. I'm just basically going for the kill before the Command the Dreadhorde occurs. This does bode well. I mean, if this dude's killing all his own stuff, yeah, it feels great. I wonder if a green, black, red land destruction deck would work. God, do I want that to be the case. Woo! Let's build it this afternoon, actually. This is destruction of the land. The land. Oh, yeah. What would that even look like? Assassin's Trophy and Casualties of War would be the big ones. Maybe some other red land destructo. So that would be -1, -2, so this would be a 5/4.
Here we go.
Hear me now. So right now, if I swing, 3 damage can get blocked, 4 goes through. It looked like we were winning it. It looked like we were winning it. Okay, so we want to get a little bit... I don't think I actually changed terrifically much. I'm going to trim the Wildgrowth friends. I think is what I do. Is that right? I'm going to try this. Hi. It's nice to have you here, you little coarse-throated kitty. You drinking enough water? Yeah. Hello. Hi. Alright, we're mulliganing. Good. Good. Now, if I can get a... Hi. Oh, you're so triumphant. This bee. Hi. She wishes to look at father. We definitely wait on the Crucible of the Worlds. Definitely. Hey, don't. No. Hey, no. Alright, so she is curled up right on the mouse. Oh, Teferi!
I am not going to sit this one out.
This guy? That would be funny. That would be like really funny.
done the hero thing.
Make no mistake about it. I've made done the hero's thing before. Alright. Crucible of Worlds has an extraordinarily good synergy with Vraska, because I can just play Vraska, blow up a land, and then replay it. I love Mono Green Tron like a shitload. I love it like a shitload. Bing bong, bing bong.
I know this somewhere.
Command the Dread Horde. Are you a good cat? Yep. Yep, we're now we're next to Dad. I'm a star. Oh, you saw a hand and you thought that that hand would pet you? Well, you're right. Alright. Alright. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of filth we can do with this Field of Ruin.
I guess you do not want to talk.
So, Tamio named Vraska Golgari Queen to be able to blow up the Crucible of the Worlds. Alright, come on. Come on, what are you... Oh, come on, just lie down. Lie down like a good cat. Here, maybe my phone was in the way, but maybe you like the phone. Historically, you've been really into the phone. Here you go. Here's the phone.
Let me aid.
It's a very
your
soft
research.
top. Catbird 321. The 98-month Subaroni. 98-month Subaroni root. Blow up all the black sources. That seems like a good one to do. Okay, so how do I do this? I can just do it like this.
I lead the Golgari. I grow bored with this fight.
Ooh, Casualty of War was on top. Damn. Bring it on.
Your aggression is noted. Seek and find.
Wow. Just can't seem to locate that Vraska Golgari Queen. Dang. Dang it. So I think it's going to be a good day to bonk at Tamio. I would love an Assassin's Trophy off the top. Just nuke this black land, nuke this black land. Hippocwal says, "Who wants to geek out over the new AMDs?" What's going on the technology front? Because I saw some folks being like, "Oh my God, it's the most incredible, amazing thing ever. Oh, AMD shit is the shit." Damn.
The weak feed
let's get, I guess we'll get the red one now. That good old Command the Dreadhore's gone. Let's get a forest. Seems pretty cool. Let's see here. Energy cores is AMD at a big step in instructions per clock, on top of an increase in the number of CPU cores they can fit into their AM4 socket.
It was probably going to die anyway.
Who do we want to do here? I guess Tamio's good.
Our time together is finished.
Well, we got the Tamio. That seems pretty tight. Supposedly single thread on Zen 2 is up a chunk and comparable with Intel's offering these days, but I'm waiting for third-party reviews. Interesting.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Well, I guess I'll have to replay this to be able to draw another land and play another land. This can eat Teferi, which is nice, but I think I'm more interested in just eating the board. Because I've had the pleasure of meeting Lisa Sue several times with PC Gaming Show. And she's like, you know, have you ever met someone who just has like sharpness?
Not your soul.
That you just hear the person talk and you're like, man, you are just on point. No ums, no uhs. You know, I behave in a kind of oddball way.
Phases of the moon.
Because I'm a very goofy person and I enjoy goofiness. And it didn't matter what weird thing I said, Lee Such, boom, just right there on point. So if AMD's doing great, that's... Part of me's like, yeah, that makes sense. I think Lisa Sue is a fucking baller, dude. So I think we are changing plans. We're saying goodbye to sweet Golgari. And I think we're on the defense for a bit. I think with one Carnage Tyrant we're gonna be okay. I think this is important to keep doing like on a regular turn basis, because anytime I cast Field of Ruin, my opponent loses a land, and I peel one land out of the deck. So if I swing here, nothing good comes from it. Despy, please. Please, Despy. Hey. Hey. Hey, stop it.
Vampirism is a
Stop it.
useful
Stop
trait.
it, sweetheart. Come here.
To the
Come
library.
here. What is this bag of garbage that I have? What is this? Look at this. It's just a... Yeah, look at that bag. Look at that. Ah, D9. Cat Magician. The cat's like, whoa, what happened? That's right, cat misdirection. My Fury X is not only is AMD beating Intel in quantity, more cores, more PCIe lanes, faster PCIe lanes. This might be the first time AMD beats Intel in clock speed, making AMD king of everything. Does Tamio have an ult?
Let's try this.
Any of these nerds have ults? Heal, 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 heal. Revealed cards. Oh, this is looking a little bit like a big L. I don't think we win this now that that's
I
dead.
won't forgive this.
I am going to beat. I'm gonna bring the Wildgrowth friends back in because I think that basically the statement is I need to apply a ton of pressure early on by blowing things up via Ravenous Chupacabra and pressuring with the wee dudes. I think that I'm also going to remove Nissa, who shakes the world, I think, and put in 2 cast downs. Because what I'm really trying to do is beat down the shit out of my opponent early on. My opponent essentially has a creature deck with a couple planeswalkers and command the Horde, command the Dread Horde, whatever it's called. So I think what I need to do is I need to be proactive and eliminate creatures to prevent my opponent from getting any stability. Because I felt like we were in a good position that game, but we weren't really applying any pressure. So I want to get more of the cast downs in, because after Command the Dread Horde gets cast a couple of times, I think that I should be falling behind. I think it's not weird for us to fall behind when we're down several command, or when our opponent has played several Command the Dread Hordes. But what I want to be doing is I want to be applying pressure so my opponent cannot get value out of the planeswalkers. And if my opponent is unable to get value out of the planeswalkers, then my opponent winds up in a situation where they only have like one tool at a time, which I think I'm okay with. Like, for instance, if I was applying pressure and killed off all the planeswalkers and then the Command the Dread Horde comes down, I think I'm actually okay in that position, because now my opponent has nothing. So I think that me focusing more on being more aggressive, I don't need to win by being the aggro deck, but I think it's more important for me to be getting in there. Like, this is an okay hand. I mean, the Wildgrowth Walker and the Assassin's Trophy are acceptable. Cam DM says, Dan, I just started watching your videos on YouTube. I'm binging them for a couple days now. I'm finally catching you on stream. Just wanted to say I thoroughly enjoy your content. Man, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, I am so happy to hear it. Oh! I'm glad to hear that. I think that the streams that we've done here in the last month have been of kind of variable quality. Like yesterday's stream, I thought wasn't the best. Maybe I am erroneous in said statement, but I thought it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. I thought it wasn't the best. I was in a grump-ass mood. Had a few great shows in the last month I've been happy about, so it's important to me to deliver quality content, you know. To the graveyard. So there is a black source. These are the ones that we're looking to blow up. So hit that with the no attack. Now if I can get like one of my duper lands, I think we're in grand shape.
I'm good at what I... Its pain is our gain.
Oh wait, why did I play that now? What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god. What the fuck? I can't explain that. Oh, this show's terrible. Play straight into this puppy, man. Fucking agony, man. What a fucking newbie I am. Jesus. I think we know block because the healing potential is so high. Fuck, man. God. This and this and this. You and you and you.
I grow bored with this fight.
Sucks to suck, man. Welcome back. That's going down. I think our opponent actually does not have any land and must dig for it. So if I can get, like, a Jadelight Ranger would essentially win the game for us. I needed to do this first. I need to do this first. Because now I wind up shuffling the Assassin's Trophy, which sucks. But, I mean, it's okay. I think our deck is actually just positioned better than our opponent's deck. BP says, so I know cards like Teferi get complained about a lot in the meta, but I'm very ready for Wildgrowth Walker to phase out. You know, Thundermo Hellkite was doing a community ban list tournament where, like, all the cards that are most... Oh, this is blue or white. Whoops. All the cards that are most complained about are banned. Thought Erasure, Wildgrowth Walker, Baby Teferi, I think Big Teferi. Etc. is banned. Nexus of Fate is banned, yeah. Just a bunch of the most complained about cards. Let me actually just check. Thundermo, Hellkite, Twitter. Fuck is Thundermo's Twitter? Thundermo Twitter. Thundermo F2K. There it is. Scroll. Yeah, okay, so the community ban list on Thundermo's thing, he was doing like a community ban list battle. It says Nexus of Fate, both Teferi's, Wilderness Reclamation, Narset, Experimental Frenzy, Steam King, Wildgrowth Walker, Thought Erasure, Venerated Loxodon, Curious Obsession, go. That's kind of an interesting ban list. Now, things are happening in the game, and I'm not paying too much attention to it. Okay, so what do we got? We got what is likely to be Blaze. Now, I mean, ideally, I would wish... Ideally, I would wish to be up against a 3-color deck, but I still think we're okay here. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a little Phoenix get summoned. So in this matchup, I think that Carnage Tyrants are probably too expensive. This is a very, very good outcome. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a win, just straight up. Yeah, this is expected. So our opponent appeared not to have a play. So we just do this, and donk in again. And then, I mean, if we can just get a Casualties of War down, we are in amazing shape. Have any brie lately? I have not had brie cheese in, like, months. Like, one of my favorite foods of all. Brie frickin' cheese. Brie cheese! How about beer? Yeah, I had beer last night. Could be a shock or a bolt. It's fine. Grilled cheese with brie is my jam. It's so good, dude. Alright, so this is looking like I'll summon up a pair of Arclights. I'll blow up one with Assassin's Trophy, blow up the second with Casualties of War, and then Vivien Reid. Okay, so I pretty much... This is not as useful because everything they have is 4 and up. Massacre Girl is useless. Carnage Tyrants, I think, are very good, but a bit expensive. Nissa, who shakes the world? Maybe not. I think I want the cast downs for sure. And, yeah, I think I actually do want the Carnage Friends. Nixilis' Cruelty. There it is. What kind of beer do you like? I formerly was a person that liked those thick, rich, high alcohol percentage beers. But lately, I just like very light beers. Ever since I've been exercising and losing weight and, like, not eating nearly as much just, like, fatty, carby food, I find that, like, everything hits me very hard, and I don't like that. I think I don't want a Wildgrowth Walker. We don't have any activators for it. I'd rather just get something more useful. Such as this. So I like my baby beers for babies. No. I think I actually do want to do this. Seems pretty good. The magical Sazerex's beer is so tasty. After a run, I did a 10K course twice on Memorial Day, then went to a brewery downtown. That's how to live life right there, man. Hey, Ben Carries from ZVP just broke Platinum in Magic for the first time. Fuck yeah. Goodbye to the board. You'll be missed. I still assert that with the Carnage Friend, we're in very good shape. Field of Ruins are not very good in this matchup, because Field of Ruins are just not that good in 2-color decks. Congrats, ban carriers from ZVP. I know we've had this discussion before. My understanding was you wanted carriers banned from ZVP because you are referring to Brood War. Carriers and Zerg vs. Protoss is an art managing those bastards. It's remarkable the amount of depth that exists in Brood War despite its relative simplicity of units. And, you know, it's actually really fascinating to me that a lot of the depth in... Oh my gosh, my opponent doesn't have another spell? Oh my god! Rawr. We're kicking ass with this deck. What's interesting to me is that when you think about depth in games, you think about chains of decisions that create different possibilities. Like, really simple example, in the game of Magic the Gathering, what cards do I put into the deck, you know? And there's so many cards to choose from. There's a lot of things that can go into the deck. And then there's the whole idea of the sequencing that happens when you're in there. Or in Dota, I play as this hero, and there's a sequencing of upgrading my abilities, which is relatively small. Space, because your abilities can be level 1, 2, 3, 4. But then there's like, which items do I go for, and in what order, and when, and all that sort of stuff. But the thing that is fascinating to me about StarCraft is that it gets its depth by having a very limited set of options that you have a lot of multiplicity in, right? You get 1 Stalker, and then 2 Stalkers, and then 3 Stalkers, and then 4 Stalkers, and then 5 Stalkers. And so you wind up with, like, a lot of possible gradation. Like, having 4 Speed Zealots and 12 Dragoons is a very different feel than having 6 Dragoons and 8 Speed Zealots. Alright, we see a Drowned Catacomb. It's kind of weird to see this played first. We'd expect either a white-blue land or a red-blue land. Okay, white, that's fine. This, it is okay. Show me what you thought. Okay, so this is going to be a big signifier to us as to what the hell's going on. Merfolk Branchwalker gets eliminated. So this is more than likely a control deck. So... I'm actually going to nuke this land right now. So what we're expecting from this is an island. We're going to get a black out of this. Interesting. Okay, so this says one of two things to me. Dad Half-Breed, I believe, is prepping up for a... so let me see if I play that, blow up those two, then I can Merfolk Branchwalker. It appears that Dad Half-Breed is preparing to Kaya's Wrath, theoretically. Perhaps is trying to keep up a Mortify, which is part of our gameplay, and I don't give a damn. If I'm up against a 3-color Esper deck, I'm being the land blow-upper. And 3-color Esper decks have, like, 2 basic lands. So I can do this, click that, target this, submit 1. So I have my 2 black sources out, so pretty much 1 green from here on out. Now I'm going to Merfolk Branchwalker. That's it. No more basics. Look at that. Opponent's out of land. So, okay. So our plan of... Nothing here matters. I'm going for the long game. So our plan of just blow up the blue lands is being pretty good. I think that this is just hard Esper control. The fact that there's a single mount, or a single swamp in there. Cool. So there's not really a reason for me not to do this. This could potentially mean that I'm up against Akaya's Wrath. Whatever. I think our opponent just literally has nothing to do. Lewis, is there a convention about calling Zerg vs. Protoss ZVP or PVZ? Is it in the order of the races? Is it alphabetical or arbitrary? Typically, it is just you speak about it as the perspective that you are representing is the first one said. So, like, in ZVP, it's very important to get a 4th base quickly. We'd be speaking from the Zerg player's point of view. So, we are of the thought and opinion that we are up against a Control-Eolio deck. So, we're going to get rid of some of these. We're also going to Duress. Oh, Massacre Girl is a big old pile of no. Even nuh-uh. So I think that, I mean, I guess an Elderspell. I allege an Elderspell is acceptable. Actually, Elderspell's probably quite good here. I need to get some water. That's what I need to get. What are you gonna do? God, I feel a lot better than yesterday, man. This is great. Bro Dirts, has any recommendations on my first deck for competitive? Please, 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 please play a deck that you just find awesome. Whatever you've seen that just tickles you, just do that. Do that. That is so much more important than like, oh, you gotta do Esper mid-range. It's so good. Doesn't matter what's good. It matters what's fun, because if you're doing something that's fun, you're going to contribute more hours to the game, you're going to get more interested in it, you're going to develop more understanding of what the heck's going on, and then with that understanding, you can translate that to whatever new deck you want to play after that. Whereas if I'm like, all right, you got to power through the stuff that sucks. Get past shitty things. I'm not going to get lucky. I always have a good feel for these kinds of things. See, I feel like there's this arc that you'll wind up going through if you're a player, where the early reasons why you keep playing a game that you've just sat down to play is the toy-like aspects of it. It's fun, man.
Focus and discipline. Meditate and prepare.
I'm doing this because it's fun, man. All right, I know precisely what we need to do. We're going to get rid of the white source right away, because we know that our opponent has only a swamp. We have... Yeah, so we have double black, which is fine. We're going to attack here because we don't want that half-breed to draw anymore.
Fury will only lead you
But
astray.
anyways. Yeah, the reason why you keep playing a game that you've just sat down to play is that it's just fun. It causes interesting things to happen that make you go, ha, 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 ha. And you know what one of those things isn't? Strategy. Strategy is never something that interests someone when they first sit down to play, because strategy is about developing really cool... Oh, I see. There's the other basic plan. It's about developing these really cool, subtle, complicated interactions that give you an advantage over time. That is what the heck is going on. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're going to wait a turn on this.
Now, a mighty warrior. I concede.
And if you're a new player, you don't know the complex subtlety of the interactions. Like, you know, it's a really cool strategy is a way to cut units and time your gases just right to get an extra 400 minerals so you can expand. And why do you want to expand? Because this lets you do something strategically that you couldn't do before. And what are those things? Well, you have to understand the strategy that we were doing beforehand to understand this new strategy. That's very intellectually satisfying, but that takes like 100+ hours to like grok. And so what you want to just be doing, you know, especially from a design perspective, what you want the player to be experiencing for the first long chunk of time is just fucking having fun, man. Just doing that straight up dicking aroundery. Our opponent may have just lost. Could also be that our opponent has a Dwarven's Veto. Our opponent fucked.
I have just the trick for this.
And so, like, whenever someone's like curious about what they should play and what they could do, etc., 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 we're going to do this first. Did that in the wrong order, and I've just gotten very lucky, haven't I? Should have done this, peeled that out of the grave.
With thoughtfulness before
Not correct. You know, whatever. Teferi, Hero Dominalia. Yeah, when you're starting out just to play a game, I just push you to find the fun. Find the fun thing, man. The thing that's fun, do that, dude.
I will hone your control.
Draw card, then discard the card. I don't really know what the heck's going on here. I'm just gonna start moving some landos. You got it, my friend. Let's target the blue ones. Doesn't matter too terrifically much, but let's get one of these darker than black. Graveyard, my friend. Library. No attacks. So I think Explore is put into hand to not draw. Put that card in your hand, yeah. So Explore is not draw.
Every day is a new lesson.
It's a new day. It's a new day.
Show remorse. I'll show you.
We got it. We gotta kill this guy, man. It's not close.
Reverse.
What the fuck? Mental flub up.
No time for a break.
Boo. Boo. Crucible of Day 9. It's actually a hell of a lot more planeswalkers in here than I'd realized. Yeah, this is why I was like, I messed up with the attack. I've been watching her do naked. It's a new day. It's a new day.
We need to move quickly.
We need to move quickly. Dude, if I just get Kai's Wrath here, I'm just gonna be like, oh. Wow, I didn't realize Eldar Speldar was gonna actually be so good here, man.
Choice.
Have this Glacial Fortress, my dude. This, please, attack the dude that can summon the thing that can hit us.
Farewell, and thank you for the...
Alright, so we're gonna play Sweet Vivien. It's more important to me than Crucible of the Worlds. Because I can just do this. There's enough blue that I'm just gonna start nuking the white lands. No, I mean, actually it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm picking one no matter what.
Warrior Queen Necromancer. More useful in the grave.
I'd like to note that we are running 2 Elderspells. I think we just draw an Elderspell right now. What do you think? I think that's...
Let's skip to the good part.
This makes sense to me, right? Great. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play this for 3, then we get to play the land from the bottom. Okay.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Nice. Either a very bad play or a very, very good play. So that way the mana dissipates. Oh, this little fucking asshole. Oh my god. Ah, shit. Dude, these passives fuck me up so badly.
Take it back.
Well, I mean, that's actually good.
Rise and shine.
Hasdota says you're tempting fate more than day 9 letting 4 walkers sit on the board. Letting's a strong word, Hasdota. I have no tools to be able to kill the planeswalkers. What other choice would I have? These passives are slaying me, though. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. 4. I guess we have to kill Lily. I mean, if there's no counter, that's actually stunning.
What a drag. Waste not, want not.
Now, let's talk about what happened. When you target this, you have to choose target a creature, target a land, target a planeswalker.
Keep up the pace.
Our opponent copied that with these effects, I think is what happened. But I don't know exactly. I think that maybe there's the option to change the targets. I've never cast Narcissus Reversal. You may choose new targets for the copy, but it looks like our opponent didn't choose new targets for the copy. Whoa. So, I mean, our opponent should have very obviously killed, like, Narset, and then killed, like, my land, and then killed, like, that creature. Show me what you got. Not a problem. I really am not feeling like we're going to win. Like, our opponent being able to draw every turn with Teferi is a real pain in the ass. I think the only way we do win is if we start, like, landing a Vivien, and Vivien starts getting nerds out, and then we can summon more nerds, and so on. So I think what happened is that when you cast the spell, I have pre-chosen the modes. By the way, we're not going to cast Elderspell until we've killed all the blue sources. So once we eliminate the blue ones, we can Elderspell. I mean, we might get Thought Erasure, but I think our opponent has 3 in the graveyard. There's 1. There's 2. Damn.
Let's slow this down.
Bring it on, dude.
Hold that thought.
Let's see. 1 Dovin's Veto.
This isn't your average zombie. This looks like a fun new toy. tear this place apart.
I will
Such
rise.
violence is upsetting.
Alright, I'll just do the ult right now.
It is time.
Alright, yeah. Yeah. Shoot it, I don't give a fuck,
I'm
man.
a survivor. Every defeat is a new
Alright.
beginning.
Okay, where were we? Oh yeah. That's right, let's get this out. So these guys. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, well, you know, sometimes I'll just play Vivien and alter. The game's fair. It's a fair game. It's a fair game. It's an FG. Actually gonna briefly use the restroom real fast. Here's the deck. Chair, entertain away. I have returned. Dude, we are climbing and climbing and climbing. Woo! So much cat hair. Ah, yes. Ah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, Air Daddy says you're looking especially power hot today. Thanks, Air Daddy. I've been hitting that gym, baby. Keto Glue Tarate says, you going to TI9 this year? In China? No. Currently my plans are to go to Los Angeles to do like a little 4 or 5 day party with the buddies in a rented house. Because a lot of them are LA based. And LA is a dope ass city. Perfect. Probably don't need Massacre Girl. We're gonna see what's up. Redland, here it comes. Ozymandias. Ozymandias. Put Wayward Swordtooth in the deck. I want to see it. Wayward Swordtooth kind of doesn't... Oh, shit. We are actually boned. Legitly. Wayward Swordtooth doesn't actually do very much in this deck. Specifically, Wayward Swordtooth would only really have synergy with a Crucible of the Worlds as a sideboarding thing. And it gets easily removed. Koira, Behemoth, Beckoner, huh?
Nature flows with vigor.
Graveyard? Suitable a draw as any. We will thusly bonk Koira.
Hands off.
Fair, but all the destruction... Yeah, no, make no mistake about it. Putting a Wayward Swordtooth in this deck would be profoundly fucking sweet. Hot diggity damn to flam, would that be a dope-ass move, man. Let's get our double black. This deck really does not deal with Phoenix as well. Gruul, I think, is the toughest matchup. Oh, don't do it. Don't you dare. Oh, God.
I love to make a splash.
I love to make a splash. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. GG. All right. I mean, I think that nothing's good here. So I think we should take 16. Perfect. All right. I think I don't want the Massacre Girl. I think Vraska is going to take a trip to See You Later Town. I kind of like the Carney Friends for their blockability. And by virtue of being blockability buddies. I think I cut those, put in the Ob Nixilis' Cruelty, call it a night. Now we might be dead. That's okay. The magical Sazerac says, I think he needed like one more forest. Ooh. Ah, wait, is this the pen with the good weight to it? Yeah. God, it feels so good, this pen. Ah, shit. This is a bit risky, a bit risque. You head to E3 in LA this year, asks M Skinner 760. Yes, my dude. I am the host of this year's PC Gaming press conference, the PC Gaming Show. Bring it on! I'll cut you. Very, very excited for it. Alright. When we get there, it's gonna be big. PC Game Show is gonna be so good. Yeah, actually, so to lay it out, we're finishing this week's shows. And then we're doing 4 days next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I'm not here on Friday. Well, I hope our opponent spends a whole lot on this particular turn. I'll be gone that Friday. I'll be gone the entire next week. I will be back for 2 days. And then I'm going to the Mythic Championship. It'll be held in Las Vegas. Land, enchantment, creature. And I'll be at that for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I'll be back on that Monday, and then I'll be there for a week. And then I'll be there for 2 days the following week. God, dude, those birds of the day just slay us. You know, I think this is the only option that I see, is playing this, and then going land, Casualties of War, Assassin's Trophy on the Phoenix Stiecha. And then I'm going to be going to Southeast Asia to visit the family out there, including Brother Plot and Papa Plot. And I think I just don't have any other option but this, and I do think that this is a good one. So, I sort of have like a week of a shitload of work. So I'm doing E3 work, back, Mythic Invitational, or Mythic Championship work. God, I'm going to fuck that up when I'm there. And then coming back and doing more streaming, and then I'm going to be taking 10 days. 10 days of poisonal time. So I'm both looking forward to those things, but, you know, I'm always a little bummed when I'm just not going to be streaming for a while, you know. So it's going to be like a week off, a few days on, a week off, a few days on. It's going to be a little bit rough. If it's double blocked, that kind of sucks. What I think I want to do is I want to wait a turn. Actually, wait a little bit. And then I'm probably going to try and... I'm going to be hoping for some sort of direct removal type spell. Because if I can swing with a Carnage Tyrant and my opponent buffs, and then I can, in response, kill one, that would be nice. But until then, I just got to build a huge wall of creatures. That is so cool. I mean, yeah, you killed the 1/1. But still, that is like super duper ultra tight. Alright, the plans have changed now. Oh yeah, so DK Line says, do you ever feel the urge to hop on for an unscheduled stream when you're taking your time off? I imagine you still spend time playing video games if you're on stream. It stops you from going live for an hour or 3. Interestingly enough, a big part of streaming is that the regularity is actually ridiculously important. So if you start doing things, I'm gonna describe it in a kind of she way. But I think it'll make more sense when I describe it this way. If you do 4 streams a week, and each of them are a level 9 in quality, picking a number at random, and each week I just do 4 streams that are a level 9 of quality, then people will say, oh, Day 9 regularly does level 9 quality streams. But if I do those same 4 streams at a quality of 9, and then I also throw in 5 impromptu streams that are of quality 2, then people will start to go, oh yeah, that's that Day 9 guy who averages around a quality level of 5. Kind of see what I'm getting at? So, like, if I were to do some impromptu streaming, technically it would be somewhat helpful, but it can cause things like confusion if there is not an actual prepared plan for it, for that particular show. Fucking shit. If there's not a clear planned preparation for that show, then if someone goes, oh, this is this Day 9 person I've heard about, let me tune in, and they tune into some impromptu show or something, that can actually hurt first stream perceptions. We are getting owned so hard, dude. But it's almost okay because this deck is just so sweet from our opponent. And, I mean, there's also a lot of things with expectation management. For instance, if I, like, impromptu went live... We're dead next turn, huh? Yeah. If I impromptu go live for, like, 90 minutes and then turn it off, sometimes that just feels like, hey, it's Day 9, hey, how's it going? Oh, okay, I guess it's off, right? Regularity of expectation is actually a significant thing. And I'm explaining it quite qualitatively right now, just for the sake of clarity. But regularity of shows, I'm keeping it, man. We got the Massacre Girl. There's nothing that can go wrong. There's not going to be a mountain that comes down no matter what. There's not going to be a mountain. It's not that, like, I can't achieve a streaming structure and reputation that works like that. Holy fuck, did you hear me talk about how it wasn't going to be a mountain? Oh, this is your pal, Day 9, who's dead. You know, I could just stream whenever the heck, doing whatever the heck. And that actually can work. Mountain, light up the stage. Oh, we're gonna get him. Bum, but a little dun 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. See you later, alligators. Oh yes! Oh, the chump. The chump to end all chumps. This is how it goes, baby. Actually, that fucks us, right? We should have just not played the elf. I think we just don't play the elf, because now that I have played the elf, there's no 1 toughness thing to die. Cool, that swamp is like really cool and perfect. Woo! Yeah, you can establish a reputation as someone who does that type of content. Is there any way to do this? Is there anything that could come down? Perfect. Perfect, that's exactly what I needed. That's the one. Alright. Cutting you. Bringing in you. Getting in this Nixilis' Cruelty. Getting in the Brontopals. And I think I get rid of the Casualties of War. Something like that seems pretty tight. Duress might be acceptable, but I think I can just control the board this way. I think it's possible to construct a reputation and a brand that's very casual, just like whenever I'm live, and do that, you know, just like whatever, and it's fine. But for me, historically, it has been extremely beneficial, the fact that I have a very regular streaming schedule, that I tend to make content that has a certain quality bar to it. Which has been extremely helpful for just, you know, the brand of Day 9 TV. So it's an interesting consideration. Ah, fuck, I guess, yeah. So it's good for branding? Yeah. It's actually very, very, very good for branding. Because there actually is a pretty damn significant danger with... I'm so happy this is the situation that we're in. This is so good. No board, no nothing. Bring it on. I'm hitting you. There's a danger in just doing things to go for views. Just maximize the share of the viewership. It's all views all the time. And the problem is that, like, you know, not all views are created equal. Graveyard, for sure. Well, you know, I do a lot of game analysis on this stream. I discuss what I'm thinking and feeling about the game, engaging with people in chat who have thoughts and opinions and questions and inquiries about the game at play. And that is a hell of a lot more interesting, for instance, for like sponsored content or campaigns, or even just good old-fashioned engagement.
You and I are gonna take them out. I am out of here.
I think the number of subs approaching 100-month mark shows the longevity of your brand. Yeah, no, like, I have a super, super dedicated viewership base. I guess Graveyard, I want some of my more powerful things. And part of that is because I've established a brand as someone who likes to tell stories, who likes to engage, who's very regular, who's very consistent. Like, is there going to be any ambiguity about the fact that I'm going to be streaming a year from now? Pretty much no. Let's see what else get played. I don't care about this too. Being a 16 this deep into the game is very nice. Let's see how deep this rabbit hole's gonna go. Now, if there's a bunch of spells on top, that's what could kill us. If it was like, you know, shock sort of thing. Or in things like the community building activities that we do, like the 30-day projects or the festivals. There's a lot of structure and clarity there, both from the, you know, viewer perspective, but from, I mean, could we just get any more obnoxious shit here, please? I think I just actually passed for once. Maybe trimmed a little bit too many on the high end. Yeah, all that sort of stuff matters. I guess I'm going to wait and see what happens before end of turn, because if it's like Experimental Frenzy, I'll want to nuke that. I think my card quality is higher than Red's.
I feel like death.
I feel like death. It's because you are death. Really good. Maybe a few too many removal spells. Ow. Oh my god, farts. Oh, you never want to see that. Is there anything good for me to draw? Do I have anything that's good right now? You got me. Arts. Fuck. Hi, Sheriff. Yeah, hello. You are a very good cat. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. I suffered a tough loss to Monored, and I need my little brown cat. Little gray cat was here earlier, and she was just chewing on cords. She doesn't have the sophistication of snuggling the shoulder that you have achieved. Alright, now you're chewing on cords too. Alright, these cats are just, they don't get it. Hi. Oh, Sheriff is very, very gentle and very, very sweet. Hello. These are the cards I hold. What DPI do you use for MTG Arena? I use the same DPI for everything. I have a very weird DPI setting. It is at 1050. 1050. Which, for your pal Sean, is just right. Let's begin to get him right away. Spent a very long time adjusting my settings. Very, very long time adjusting my settings. It was primarily for StarCraft. And I have been very, very diligent at ensuring that it stays precisely at that DPI for a long time.
That's more like it.
I'm destroying that one because I know that a lot of these decks just do not run Plains, period. And as we saw beforehand, I mean, we might just choke this person out of resources entirely. Do you fiddle with in-game mouse sensitivity? No, I force everything to use the hardware cursor and play most of my games in windowed mode as a result. Ultimus, would you be willing to answer a life advice question? If you're not in the mood, it's perfectly fine. I would love to be asked all sorts of questiones.
Open mind.
Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, Liliana Dreadhorde General. Ain't gonna help you. Ain't gonna help you today.
Sloppy technique.
That's good. It feels nice.
No, I am not making this up as I
No! Yeah, that's gonna be painful, huh? Sweet! Sweet! Feels good. Feels good, man. Super sweet, super late. I hope to death you die. Oxygenetique. This is good.
Here we go.
Tight. My life doesn't matter. Destroy Planeswalker, destroy land. This is not enough mana for a Dovin's Veto.
Seen that coming.
This is how I hope that all my games of Magic go. Because now here's my plan. My plan is to go Vivien Reid plus the Vivien Reid.
You show remorse.
It's not gonna work now. All right. Well, now my plan is to. I don't even know what the heck my plan is, man.
Come to me.
This is actually better. This is actually better. I really want to get that Field of Ruin. What makes today so wiggly? Because I'm in a wiggly mood, Green Hero Miro. Oof of Kaya. No! No!
Here goes nothing.
Let's just get it.
Balance comes.
Okay. So, I mean, we're just gonna get Kaya's Wrath. You know, what are you gonna do? Bum, bum, bum. So, Ultimus is lol. Okay, cool. I recently began my adult life, as most people would describe it, and I've been battling with meaning and how to deal with fulfillment since I'm so used to school and being that emotional anchor for me. I've also moved away to a place where I don't know anyone. So I would just suggest someone like me cope with not having a solid anchor. Oh my god, you're talking to the right buddy. I know this problem, inside and outside.
You can't stop nature.
You can't stop nature. Alright, so here's the plan. The plan is to play the Jadelight Ranger to achieve the glory that is known as the Field of Ruin. We're going to graveyard this. We're going to graveyard that. If we were able to get the Field of Ruin, what we'd want to do is we would want to blow up one of these white lands, because this just says, I have a Settle the Wreckage. Oh, that's right, because of that little fucking bastard. Fdur-ba-dur, fdur-ba-dur. Hello, my name is Debird-ba-dur. That's fine.
Trust me, I have a plan. I won't hide from the world.
We might actually be dead.
We need to move quickly.
Alright, so now that I have 2 Carnage Tyrants, we need to do this.
Nature brings your reckoning.
So now, Vivien, excuse me, Liliana will come down. Okay.
No
Audimus,
time for
I am so gonna tell you all about this shit. I had the exact same thing happen in my life. Totally want to talk about this Shiatsu.
I do hope you make this sound.
You gotta make me sack because all my shit's invulnerable. There you go. If I get thought erased, so be it, man. So boo it. have such a story time for you, Ultimus, about the idea of having no anchor. God, do I have a story time for you. Oh my fucking fuck! Well, whatever.
Good help is easy to find in war.
Really? Holy shit, a second one?
Royal.
Oh my god. I can't believe we've done this. We might actually lose this game. Don't get me wrong, this helps a bit.
Is up to you, pal.
Oh, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, honestly. This is game 1. So this could make a blocker.
Putrid, but effective.
I always survive. You'll see.
Oh my god. Got the -9. Hard running the Elderspell, man.
I will
Fuck.
phase you out of the time.
Oh my god, we're dead. I
Sorry,
can't believe we
athlete.
died.
Keep up
Fuck.
the
I
pace.
think I just needed to play the Carnage Tyrant. I mean, technically it didn't matter because my opponent had a second Liliana. Actually, my opponent had a second Liliana. Alright, so the one true way we can win is if we get Nissa. Isn't that right? Because our things have trample.
We will meet again.
Smelly, but
Nissa's in the main board. She is. I think we have actually legitimately deaded this game. It might be because this deck doesn't run that many counterspells. I mean, I've seen no counterspells at all, which is actually kind of weird, right? I'm just gonna concede and move on to the next game. Does not mind. I think our sideboarding plan is actually just so good against this that I feel pretty comfy. How did I get that last in there? I think I should just take out Vraska, even though she's quite good. Alright, Ultimus, I haven't forgotten. The question is, how do you, as you're entering your adult life, find an anchor to avoid that feeling of meaninglessness? It's good enough for me, man. Duress and Assassin's Trophy and Field of Ruin. Rain V3 says, do you have a bio posted somewhere? I'm pretty new sub, but curious. I don't have any that I've written, I think. I mean, I have like a Wikipedia page. You can go read my Wikipedia page. That'd be pretty tight. Maybe getting rid of Teferi is the better idea here. What is going on? Where'd my opponent's where'd my opponent's basic land go? Oh, they're both in the hand, are they? Oh my god, they're both in the hand. Okay, well that's like pretty tight, huh? Well, I mean, this isn't good news, but... Definitely the blue one. This is the way life was meant to be. Green. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, that was pretty tight. I mean, we kept the one lander. Not the one lander, we kept a weird one. We kept a weird hand. Hey, kitten. Hello. Hey, would you be interested in the lap? Yeah. Come on. Hey, come here. I have got a lap for you. This is our executive lap. Only for the finest of kittens. Yes, no. Take a look around first. Take a look around on the lap. On the lap. Okay, well the thought eraser's gotta go. Yeah, just... Ow! Ah! I think you will find that the soft texture of the pants is very fine quality. The professionally trained massage services are of the highest qualities.
And prepare.
I actually suspect that our opponent does not actually run. Oh, that sucks. I suspect our opponent does not actually run any counter spells. I'm hanging on to this.
This isn't a fight.
This is our happy little cat.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I have just the trick for this.
Okay. Command the Dread Horde. Okay, and this is the... Alright, so I'm gonna... Jadelight Ranger. Alright, so now we're cooking with gas.
I'll protect you.
This is a very brutal hand to be up against. Alright, I hear you. I hear you.
Only time will tell.
We're not playing Nissa because our opponent has Teferi cast anything at instant speed. So our Nissa would just insta-die. So we're basically preparing for big casualties of war. Like this. Teferi is absolutely fine.
You know what? Right on schedule.
You know what? Right on schedule. Alright, so... Destroy a planeswalker and a land. That's good. So we're going to target... Which land do we want to target? I think we'll start just chipping away at the black-blues.
Now what?
I mean, I actually think that our opponent does not run any counter spells at all. I think that's what's actually going on here.
I must train harder.
I must train harder. I mean, I'm just chilling on Nissa. I don't see a reason to rush out into things.
With thoughtfulness before action.
If we can just keep nuking the black blues. Okay. Land and planeswalker. Done. Target a land. Target a planeswalker. So now his Kai's Wrath can't get cast. Not an issue.
That's more like it.
Looking for a land, eh? And it's good. Okay. Well, how big of a dick are we? I mean, it feels like a pretty big of a dick, right?
We will not fail.
Everyone agrees that I'm kind of a jerk. I think the key of winning this match was understanding that our opponent is not running counter spells. So we're going to eliminate the last black source. We'll start with the black blues, because we see double black, double black, double black, right? So if we just start eliminating all the black sources. Lo and behold, it's a black source. Well, I mean, I guess we can get Kaya's Rift. Which is fine. I mean, there's just not good options. And we did it. That's game.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Got him. Oh my god, that was awesome. Alright, now we gotta answer our dear man, Ultimus's question. So Ultimus was asking about this feeling of meaninglessness in life that occurs when you depart from the anchor of school. Alright. Where should we go? Story time mode. I want to talk about this, because this is something that was very meaningful to me in my life that happened. That relates to today. So again, the question that Ultimus asked was, you know, moving from school to adult life. I'm sure many of you have had this happen, certainly happened to me, where you step out into the real world and you have a job and you're feeling good, you're a young whippersnapper, you work from 9 to 5, you come home, eat dinner at 6:30. What now? Huh. Decide to watch a TV show, you wind up watching like 8 episodes? And now it's time for bed. And you're able to go to bed on time. You get a good night's sleep. You get up, you get to work at 9 again. It's 5, and then you eat dinner. And it's 6 again, and you're like, shit, I guess I'll finish the entire season of that show. And then it's like 8:30, and you're like, I guess Dota, right? It's even worse when it's the weekend time. I can't tell you how many times, especially around the start of Day Night TV, when I would wake up on Saturday and be like, what now? It's a really sort of weird thing that I feel like life does not, or I should say that the traditional education system in America does not really prepare you for, this idea of like, where do you... Fucking, come on, Sharon. Ah! There we go. There's this question that, like, the school system does not prepare you for, of just like, how do you figure out how to enjoy shit? It's always this aspirational thing of like, climb up and become the CEO of Google, which is what we're all gonna do when we're older. And it's all kind of bullshit. I remember when I went to grad school, because I went to grad school at USC for a Master of Fine Arts in Interactive Media, whereas my undergraduate was math. And when I was at Harvey Mudd doing math, they rigidly told you exactly what to do, right? Well, I shouldn't say rigidly told you exactly what to do. They just gave you a shitload of work. I had probably 10 to 15 hours of work each week for each class that I took. And I took 5 or 6 a semester. It was just a lot of stuff, and it was almost just triage trying to get it all done. And at USC, because it is an art program, and it's trying to help students learn their creative voice, work on their personal projects, and support those. I heard this phrase so much when I was at USC. It's about clearing a path for the students. So a lot of the coursework was very different. The coursework was to support you, the student, doing your personal project. There should be a lot of free time for the student to do a personal project, or several personal projects. In my first year at USC, I didn't get that. And I remember I was actually just feeling completely devoid of all meaning, because like I like working. So I would like, it would be Wednesday at 2 p.m. and I would be done with all the work that I needed to be done with for the rest of the week and up through like half of next week. And I would be like, well, what do we do? I didn't know what to do. And I actually kind of struggled with it a lot for like my entire first year. And my second year, what I decided to do was I just started to invent bullshit for me to do. I worked at an educational research games company. It was actually a UCLA program. Education research is at UCLA. And I made educational games for them. I worked on an independent game. Yeah, with my buddy Daniel. Super Daniel, man. I was still going to grad school and doing all this stuff. I also started a little show known as the Day 9 Daily. Just something to do, right? And I just began to fill up my time with these sort of self-imposed goals and just like worked really hard at them. And if the Day 9 Daily didn't actually become this streaming career, I 100% would have been doing independent game stuffs. Now, on one hand, that was really positive because it sort of filled me up with joy and literally filled up the time. And so it was a lot of trying to get to the next thing. And like I also wound up kind of getting swept up by the sort of day 9 TV experience. And I think a lot of people that run small or large businesses kind of have this feeling that the business is taking off and you're just like chasing after it. You know, I was like traveling all around, doing tons of events. I was doing 20 to 30 events a year, including producing 3 or 4 of them. Those were the Red Bull Gaming events and the After Hours Gaming League, and you know, helping some with the After Hours Gaming League. I was doing 200 shows a year, and for comparison, that's more shows per year live than the average high school student goes to high school in a given year. So it was 186 days for an average student to go to high school, and I was doing 200 shows a year. And I just literally was like working myself to death. And so while I sort of had fulfillment in terms of meaning, I found doing a lot of esports things and commentary and analysis, I found that very meaningful. But I wasn't so happy, right? So I sort of had this existential void in grad school that I replaced with this work yourself to death situation that I cared deeply about, but it was actually hurting me. Like I gained a lot of weight and shit like that. And so, you know, especially in the last few years, I've sort of tried to go back against that and start to try to identify and name a lot of stuff that is either fulfilling that meaningfulness as well as things that fulfill the happiness. And some of the things that I've identified for myself that fill me with joy and happiness are really basic shit like eating and sleeping regularly. And I don't mean that like in sort of joking sense. I mean that like very literally, like eating at the exact same times, going to sleep at the exact same times, making sure it's enough. It fills me with a lot of joy because I feel good. But then there's also actions. Like I need to spend at least an hour or two completely alone every few days, minimum. Most of the times I need like an hour or two alone every day where I'm just sitting there just thinking about something and like I'm not like with my fucking phone out checking the bullshit that is social media. Social media sucks. If you have any issues in life, turn the fucking social media off because it will not help. It'll only make you feel like garbage. I need like an hour just alone with no distractions, just sitting there and thinking about something, just thinking and processing and mulling over stuff. That's something that's like really meaningful to me. You know that social media stuff that I just shit on? I need like at least 30 minutes a day of that. I treat that like junk food, you know, where I'm just like, the cat, oh my god, oh look at that guy who fought that guy, oh man, they must have been angry at each other. I actually need some time to like do utterly useless stuff. I also need times to have good one-on-one conversations with people. Going into a group setting where there's just like a group, we're just kind of hanging out. No, I need meaningful connection. Need that shit. So I call people a lot and just chat to them. Doing this show is very meaningful to me. There's also, in terms of like the meaning stuff, I really like projects to work on. Projects that like feel like they're sequentially building. I like this because, weirdly enough, the act of having something in my head and articulating it is deeply satisfying to me. It's fucking really satisfying to me. And like, notice how specific of a thing that is. Taking something that's in my head and explaining it clearly, that process I enjoy. I don't care if no one tunes in. It's not that I do this because, oh, the show is cool and actually gives me meaning. Or excuse me, the show is cool and gives me money because I can do it. Yeah, isn't that cool, the money? No, but the cool part is the thinking and the talking. Like, sometimes I'll just have conversations with my mom and be like, I played this cool game on Friday, and here's how it works. And I have an audience of 1, and it's so satisfying to me. And so I think that if I come all the way back to the question that Ultima said about, like, you know, what do you do when you're not feeling that anchor? There's a few things. I would think of there existing a meaning category, something that resonates with you, that you care about. And I'd identify that as separate from the happiness stuff. For the meaning stuff, I would try a couple categories of things. Something creative, something skill-based, something in terms of social connection, something in terms of health, something in terms of routine. A lot of these things, they're different categories, and just try them. Like I did the Day 9 Daily. I also did game projects. So I find that I still like both of those things, right? I found that I really do not like event planning. Event planning is fucking stressful. Hire me to host. I'm great with that stuff, but man, I do not want to be in charge of nothing, man. Woo, I don't want to do that. Just try some stuff and just throw stuff at the wall until it sticks. Another thing that I would recommend in there is really sinking deeply into someone else's creative work as something to wake your brain up, right? I view it as finding your own meaningful things is like the energy you get from eating healthy food. Consuming someone else's cool creative stuff is kind of like having caffeine. It'll kind of give you energy, but it's not nutrients, you know? Like, I remember when I was in a real funk, I started to play Fallout 3. And literally, I played 70 hours in 4 days. I mean, I was like absolutely degenerate. But it was so cool to just be immersed in that world that I actually felt more inspired and I had more creative energy and I had more coming out of that. And so I would recommend that, like, you know, if you're searching for meaning and an anchoring thing, you're going to need routines, you're going to need projects that are much bigger than a week or a weekend or a month. You're going to need something that you enjoy outputting every single week, no matter what. And hunt for those. But while you're doing that, please do some looking at how to name what makes you happy, right? And not like, oh, I like movies. You know, don't just give it like some bullshit category. Be specific, like, I really need to watch 2 movies a week minimum. The weeks when I don't do that, I feel bad. The weeks when I do that, I feel good. The weeks where I watch 6 movies in a week, I feel like I didn't get anything done and I wasted my time. So 2 is actually the right amount. And I don't like watching movies that are sophisticated. I don't like doing that. I like watching absolute trash media that just makes me chuckle. That's great. Like, I'm not telling you to do anything amazing or inspiring with what you like. I'm telling you to listen to what you like and to be able to name it, because whatever the hell you like doing is okay. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I do watch shitty Korean dramas as well as amazing Korean dramas, and I know that it makes me happy, okay? But I also have a better understanding of how to balance things like Korean dramas with high-intensity things like battling in Dota. So that's my little spurple, and I think that it's something that happens to a lot of people, and no one ever explained to me that this would happen. I think that where I grew up, what you did is you went to school, and at school you met someone that you called the one, you married them, you pooped out some kids, and then the kids just take up so much time and you're so low on sleep, all you're trying to do is stay above water until at some point magically you're 50 and you have wisdom. Like, it's just this weird arbitrary, you know, like you just go through the life steps. Like, I don't have kids and I'm not particularly interested in having kids soon, because I understand the things that I like and the things that I want to be. And I'm not saying I don't ever want kids and that kids are gross and that kids are dumb. Let's be honest, man. Kids, not very intelligent. Can we all agree on that? Can we all agree? I think what's important is this exercise that no one's ever really talked to me about directly. How do you find what gives you meaning? What makes you happy? What makes you feel rested? What are things that will eat at you that you should stay away from? Things like this. And I've spent the latter part of my 20s and all of my 30s focusing on that shit. So I hope that was useful. I am now going to kill the shit out of some people in Magic. Bum bum ba bum. Bum bum ba bum. Saba says, to add on, when you got your first job/internship, did you feel like you were doing nothing when you started? I've been at my job for about 3 to 6 months, and it feels like I'm doing nothing at all. I have basically always been a workhorse and have run my own business for 10 years now. So, like, I can just fill up my day with as much work as I want, and what I have found is 2 things that are similar to what you're saying. One, people's expectations of how much work should be done tends to be fucking low. And second, I've worked with a lot of people that will put in 3 hours of work and be like, look at all the amazing work I did. And I'm like, great, let's do that 3 more times, or 2 or 3 more times today, So that way we have like a full 8 hours of productive work. Oh my god. Am I going to get to Field of Ruins right away? Yeah, I mean, like... Guys, there's a remarkable amount of times. Like, okay, here's the thing. When someone says, Sean, you're going to work an 8-hour day, or something like this. Sean, you're going to work an 8-hour day. I'm like, all right. I am going to only work for 8 hours. That's all I'm going to be doing. Or, frankly, I mean, a lot of times I will work for like 6 or 7 hours. And I have swamps. I'll work for 6 or 7 hours and be like, alright, I'm good. And then not work the rest of the day. But, like, that 6-7 hours was fucking productive. And all I did was work during that period of time. I didn't stop and take breaks and wander around and go chat by the coffee cooler or fiddle with my phone or open social media or any of that stuff. I didn't do any of that. I worked, baby. And that's the thing that I'm finding that a lot of people just do not do. And frankly, I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's wrong. When I was younger, I was like, fuck you, I can outwork you any day of the week. And now I'm older, I'm like, why the fuck would that be useful? That's like, ha, I am better at suffering than you. Ha, ha, ha. So I mean, there's some weirdness. Sorin, vengeful douche. Okay, so the fact that we see a Sorin indicates to us that this is a mid-range deck, so I'm going to be a little bit more sly about slamming down the Massacre last. So let's just thin our deck out. Let's eliminate the blue source, submit 1. There should be some creatures coming down soon. But now that I'm older, I recognize that a lot of the way that people function is they'll do like 90 minutes of work in the morning, and then they'll do 90 minutes of work in the afternoon, and then they go home. You know, they get there at 9:15, 9:30, they're kind of late, but, you know, they mosey on in, and then they, you know, gotta get some coffee, you know, and then just chat to someone, hey, how's your morning been? Hey, sit down, you know, check an email or two, and then, okay, it's 10. Time to get some work done.
This might be a bad idea.
Okay, what to do? I think I gotta play a very slow game right now.
Enough.
So it's 10, and alright, let's work. Then they'll work till like 11:30, and then it's like, hey, it's time for lunch, right? Start winding down, alright, getting ready. Hey, what do you guys want to go to lunch? And it's noon.
Try this.
Take a nice hour lunch, get back at 1. Oh, there's a meeting at 1, and that meal is pretty heavy, so you sit through a meeting, you know, and then it's like 2, and you maybe got another meeting. Have some more coffee, that food coma starts to wear off, and now it's 3. Alright, time to get some work done. Work from like 3 to 4:30, and hey, the day's done! Things are wrapping up around here, man. Feels like a good time to start wrapping up to go home. I know a lot of jobs basically function kind of like this. And I think the dumb, cynical thing is to go, yeah, they all suck. The reality is that billion-dollar businesses and industries are built on the backs of folks that work like this.
Don't worry, I got this.
Alright, I gotta nuke some shit, man. I really gotta start roasty toastying. Alright, got something to nuke. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Play this. Toot toot. Oh yeah, library. Oh yeah. Alright, so very importante. We need to destroy a land, a planeswalker, and a creature. So we're going to destroy a creature. We're going to destroy a land. Where's my blue land at? Watery Grave. These are all isolated chapels. Watery Grave. We'll get the Sorin out. The Sorin is at 10.
I can wait millennia for revenge.
So any vase. Any freaking vase. Why do I say all this? Because I think that it's it is very important when one is finding one's sort of center in terms of, like, you know, meaning. Trying to, you know, workhorse it. Finding balance and finding how to be efficient and not dilly-dally. Not because I think that maximum productivity is the key to life, but I think that, like, one should thoughtfully focus on that which genuinely is making one happy.
I've got it.
Alright, this is tight.
Would you like to... That can't help. Let's do this again.
I don't necessarily think a lot of those
Want me to phase you out of time?
downsides... someone typed a downside and I just immediately read it. Kind of lost track of my train of thought. I'm getting distracted by the video game. The video game.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Llanowar Elf. Fuck yeah. We're probably going to just immediately win when the Carnage Tyrant comes down, I think. I'd guesstimate. Seems bat rat. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, especially as automation is going to start giving people a lot more free time. I think the next 15, 20 years could be rough as fuck until there starts being some equilibration occurring.
Defeat is a new beginning.
But I think that, like, eventually, I think that, like, these questions, like, how does one get meaning from life? Because, I mean, I feel like the structure that I was taught as a kid is just, like, so fucking weird, man. You got it, man. I don't give a shit. That's great. Llanowar Elves is here to proc Massacre Girl. I can play Elves, then I can play Massacre Girl. The Elves die, and so on and so forth. Ooh. Alright, guys, here's a quiz. What game is this sound effect from? Ooh. 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 This is actually an unbelievably accurate impersonation. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be surprised. Nope. Ooh. Ooh. It's pretty effing vague, dude. When you hear me say the thing. Ah, you're all so fucking wrong. You got, come on, get it. It's an old game. It's an ancient game. Whoa. Whoa. Balthorus types Zork. Oh, it has no graphics or sound. It is Heroes of Might and Magic 2, baby. When the zombies attack, they go, whoa. 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 Boom! There it is. Yeah, it's fucking accurate as hell, man. Just hecka accurate. Hecka accurate. Two Fish 2 says, wow, I got it. Yeah, you said it, man. You said it, Two Fish 2. Cast down. Not Massacre Girl. Oh, no, no, no. I think I want to change relatively little. Maybe this is a good game for the Crucible of Worlds. This is a fucking terrible idea. But it is tight. But it is tight, tight, tight. I think I'm going to do my usual and just get rid of Vraska, Golgari Queen. Is Ravenous Chupacabra good here? I think so. I think that this is mostly fine. Elderspell's probably not so good in this deck. Hey, yeah. Always Comfy says, yes, but can you do the vampire noises? Well, of course. Blah. Blah. That's so basic. God, I remember calling in sick from school. I like saying calling in sick because I was just like, you can't fucking make me go to school. I'm not doing it, man. I'm out. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, dude, I fake sick constantly, man. I hated going to school, man. Going to school is horrible. It's a complete hellscape dystopia, man. Here comes the shock and the thought erase. Fuck it, man. You mean high school or college, man? I mean high school. Yeah, I know we're doing a little rampy-bampy action, but you know, what are you gonna do? God, I hated school so much. School was the shitterest, man. Did I like it? No. Hell no. I did not like it. What else does this thing do? It's already done. This little enter fieldiness. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, so there is the Watery Grave, Isolated Chapel. I mean, I may as well just start working on the blue lands, right? Oh, dang. You know, all that, like, utter garbage. Just going to school and having the teacher be mean and the students be mean. I was such a tender, sensitive little boy. I'm still tender and sensitive. I'm just bigger and stronger now. I can't actually believe how hungry I am right now. It is actually dumb how hungry your pal Day9 is. So dumb. Jesus. My God, I'm hungry. I haven't been this hungry in years. How tall am I? I am 6'4". Alright, how do we do this? How do we do this thing? You gotta just wait. Just hang out, chill. Chicken or salmon? I'm thinking of doing some sweet, tasty, buttery salmon. I'm really sad because I'm out of Samjang. Which is so good. It's like the bee's knees. this gets countered, that's fine. Actually, should have countered this. This is the... or killed that. Alright. It's actually fine. I'm gonna wait till there's some better stuff out. Like, I really just need Vivien to stick. Mike Fury X, do you think therapy at a younger age would have helped you figure out life sooner? Do you think it's better? Just figure it out on your own. I actually think that all schools should incorporate some kind of emotional intelligence courses. Or some type of therapy or something like that. Because, I mean, like... I mean, God... Land. Creature. Land. Creature. Make philosophy mandatory? Oh, not philosophy, like emotional intelligence courses. Like how to reassure yourself and how to resolve conflicts. How to behave if you invite someone over and then they cancel on you at the last second. How do you get over that shit?
Truth lies beyond vision.
Alright, I'm pretty lucky. Planeswalker land creature. This creature. I'm thinking that land. I mean, you get that card, you know, what are you gonna do? You hit me, I hit you, we all hit each other. What if someone asks somebody out and they say no?
My sword is your death knell.
Not the Thief of Vanity.
I demand, sir.
Alas. Alas. I actually think I do need the thicker, swoller duders. I mean, I just gotta blow this up, you know.
A wild feel the let's do this again.
Feel the let's do this again.
Vampirism is a useful trait.
Yeah, because I think like I'm just kind of running out of stimo.
I'll be back. Just
The
like
Vivians are good for
before.
finding the Carnage Tyrants.
This isn't a fight you can win. Nothing.
Doom doo doo doom dum 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 bum bum doo 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 doom. Soren should 1000% summon a Thief of Vanity. Bum ba-dum dum 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 dum. That would be the Gosu choice. Yeah, I think some Nissas are going to be good here.
The darkness within.
I don't actually think that there's too terrifically much that should be changed in
Might
this
be a
deck
bad
already.
idea.
It kind of sucks, but I don't know what you're going to do. Best spell will be the Assassin's Trophy or Cast Down. I tried to right click, but to no avail. Maybe I should just close the client and reopen it, because that was a bit of a painful little lag out moment. Because if you hold the thing out with left click and then you right click, it just cancels it. Alright. Alright. That'll do it. Alright, let's see here. Can we get in a Nissa? I would like a Nissa to start shaking the world. I think Paradise Druid is probably the right one to cut. Play. That's actually a good enough hand. I think the big mistake that we made early on is forgetting that our opponent has 2 basic lands, so we burn through an Assassin's Trophy pretty early. Yeah, I guess this, and then a Merfolk Branchwalker. Land nuking is pretty fine here. Lets us get a, we can play Field of Ruin, blow something up. Thought Erasure is fine. Hero Precinct 1, welcome to the party. Ooh, this is a rough one. I think that this is probably the best one to do, is just to blow that one up. Get it out. Alright, let's do this. Blink. Traffic Man says the meaning of life is to look cool and do backflips. That sounds about right. I think I'm going in, man. I think it's time to kill. I think our opponent could potentially have this Hero Precinct 1 get real huge and swell up, which is a little bit annoying. Pretty much everything's fine here. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, that's an interesting one. Assassin's Trophy kind of says to us that there could... And a Tyrant Scorn done. Huh. Nope. I actually think I'm going to try to start filling this board up with nerds, because I don't actually think there's good sweep deep redos. Like getting just a nice wide board of small things. Now technically I could have binned the Jadelight Ranger. Seems like a little bit of a risk to take to try to just nail the Casualties of War next turn. Looks like Keel 11 is trying to kill Llanowar Elf. I gotta sit up a little straighter. Gotta relax those shoulders. Oh, it's a thief and then maybe nothing? Now I miss my Casualties of War a wee bit. Double block would be lovely. That is actually such a good card right now. You roll on a tennis ball. I leaned against the wall. I don't have a tennis ball. Isn't that sad? I'm tennis ballless. Oh shit. I forgot that my opponent's not going to get a Ravenous Chupacabra. So we know that that's a Ravenous Chupacabra. Got it. Oh my god, that fucking sucks. God, mid-range Esper is very good. I actually cannot believe how damn hungry I am. I am so freaking hungry. So hungry. Anything I want, I got it. Anything at all, baby. You got me. I do think that we're looking pretty good. We're looking, you know, I should have swung with the Llanowar Elves. That was a big mistake-o. Because now I don't necessarily have lethal on this turn. Fucking, why is this thing not attacking? Oh my god. I just interface fucked myself, man. God, that was a guaranteed damage, man. Literally guaranteed. I'm just making stupid interface errors. I mean, this is the turn where we had lethal as well, which is what's especially painful. Oh, god damn it. I'm pretty sure we lose now. I'm just gonna concede. I'm just really frustrated at the end of that game. We literally had the way to win the game, but I made a misplay and then a misclick.